China families, boys and girls. Mrs. Dunn here. I'm soon to be joined by a couple members of my family to help me. Today, I thought since we're missing you so much, and we're also, a lot of us are missing baseball and t-ball and softball season, we thought we would show you a great way to practice, get some batting practice in by yourself. Sometimes parents are working, or they're trying to teach you school, or they're busy, or it's hard to get with friends at this time. So we thought that we would kind of make it easy for you and show you how you can practice, do some batting practice all by yourself. So first thing I want to do is I want to go over some supplies that you'll need, but some of the supplies might surprise you. You don't necessarily need a nice baseball or softball bat, although they are nice to have. So if you have one, that's great. Those come in all different sizes. This one's bigger than this one. Some are fatter. And then you have children's sizes, and it really just depends on what you're comfortable with. So we have the typical bats. A lot of families also have these thicker bats that are good when you're just starting out. They also make them rubber. This is plastic. Here's a thinner wiffle ball bat. But if you don't have any of those pieces of equipment, it's okay. Find a stick. We've had windstorms lately, so there are trees down everywhere. Find a stick. Looks just like a bat. Pretty comparable. Just a little lighter, but that's okay. This stick is perfect to practice batting with. But I guess next, or before I go on, you also might not have a ball. And that's okay. Find a big rock. Be careful with the rock, which we'll talk about in a little bit. So I didn't have a baseball. I have a real softball, which is bigger, a tennis ball, which is great, and just a random bouncy ball that we have. Any of these are great, but like I said, you can use anything round or anything that you can practice hitting. A rock probably won't go as far. It's probably a little bit harder to hit, and it might be a little bit dangerous, so I wouldn't recommend it as your first choice. But if you don't have anything else, if you find a round rock, go for it. So we have these supplies, and for our super early beginners who don't have anyone to pitch to them, this is called a tee. And what you do with a tee is you put it on the ground and you put the ball on top, and this is a great way for new baseball or softball players to really get their swing down and know where to swing and how to swing, and keep contact with the ball. So a tee is great, but you don't need one of these either. So now that we've gone over some supplies that you can use, next is safety. So when you're hitting a ball, especially by yourself, or not with an adult around, you want to make sure that there's nobody around you at all when you're swinging. I know when my son and daughter are around each other, sometimes they don't look out for each other. And if my son were to wind up and hit this, and my daughter was right behind him, he could really hurt her. So you just really want to make sure that there's nobody around you and be safe about it. Other than that, and you want to make sure that wherever the ball is going to go, it's not going to hit anyone either, or that they're aware that you are hitting balls, so they want to watch out. Also, you don't really want to be near any windows, cars, anything like that. You want to be in a wide open space, because that ball could go pretty far, and it can do some damage. So just be safe. So now that we've gone over that, we're going to move on. I'm going to take you outside. My husband Jay and my son Cohen are going to show you good positioning and how exactly do you practice by yourself or do batting practice by yourself. All right. All right, so we're back to discuss a batter's stance, and I'll let Jay take over from here. Jay's gonna position Cohen in the right stance to show you how you should be standing before you practice hitting a ball. All right, go ahead, Jay.
All right, bub. What we're gonna do is, you know where to stand, right? So you wanna put your front foot almost flush with the front of the plate, right? At the bottom of the house, because the plate almost looks like a house. And your back foot, you wanna bring in a little bit closer, right? To point at the peak of the house, the top of the house. Then you wanna be far enough away from the plate, so that way when you swing the bat, the ball is at, we call this the meat of the bat. That's where all the power is. So when you extend your arms, you want it to be right where the ball meets the meat of the bat, okay? When you hold the bat, you want one hand above the other hand. Keep your hands together. You want to keep your elbow up, bat back like this. You want to make sure where mommy is standing that she can't see your belly button or your back. Head towards her, so if she was pitching you the ball, you'd be watching her. Keep the bat up. But right now we're hitting off a tee, so you want to keep your eyes right on the ball. Elbow up, bend your knees a little bit. Not that much, just a little. Get comfortable. Just like that.
Okay. So that's a great stance for Cohen.
Elbow
But now,
up, elbow up.
Jay, can you show us how you would hold your bat and what stance you would be in?
I would be in...
Without a tee, because a lot of people might not have a tee.
So the tee is just basically a stick that holds a ball on top of the plate. So if there was no tee, I would stand just like Cohen and position myself just like I would over the plate. Bat back, elbow up. Bend my knees, get comfortable.
All right, that's it for stance. We'll be back with how to hit a ball and do some batting practice by yourself. So like I said in the beginning of the video, we want to make sure there's nobody around you when you're hitting. We want to be safe. So before Cohen hits the ball, I'm going to move completely out of the way. He's going to make me aware that he's hitting because there's people around. So Cohen is in his stance. Bend your legs a little bit, bud. Bat up. He has a tee, and that's going to be helpful for him to hit by himself. But if you don't have a tee, hold on, and we'll show you how to practice without a tee. Cohen's going to keep his eye on the ball the whole time. That's the most important. And when he swings, he's going to swing hard and all the way through. I'm going to back up now to get out of the way, and Cohen's going to swing with a tee.
Elbow up, bub.
Elbow
Good
up.
stance. Keep your eye on the ball.
All right, go ahead, bud. Nice. Now he would go retrieve that ball, get some running in, or if you have a little sister like Reese, she could retrieve it for you and then move out of the way, and he would keep practicing. It might not be easy at first. You might miss it. You got to keep trying and keep trying and keep trying. You'll get better and better and better. All right, swing one more time, Co. Oh, awesome. So you really want to try just to hit, when you have the tee, just to hit the ball and not hit the tee. But he's going to keep practicing, and we will be back with how to hit the baseball if you don't have a tee. Now we're back, and if you don't have a tee, that's okay. So we drew home plate, and Jay's going to line his feet up like he just showed Cohen, with his back foot towards the peak and his front foot towards the back of the base, or the front of the base. And he has his own bat, and he has a tennis ball, and we have a wide open area. We're not around anyone else. And he's going to toss the ball up to himself and hit it as hard as he can. Now this is hard. This takes a lot of practice and a lot of hand-eye coordination. So if you don't get it the first couple times, keep trying. Keep trying, keep trying, keep trying. You'll get better and better and better. So now we have our kids sneaking up. They need to go far, far away. That's the rule with a bat. Far, far away. Thank you. All right, Jay. He's going to toss the ball up. Keep his eye on the ball.
Put his hand quickly back on the bat and swing. Now, you'd be really lucky if you had kids to go chase it like we do, but you can get some exercise and go chase the ball, or just have plenty of balls by the base. Like I said before, keep trying. You'll get better and better and better. It's not easy at first, but the more you practice, the better you'll get. I hope you enjoyed our how to do batting practice by yourself video, and I hope it was helpful. Batters up, keep practicing. We'll see you soon.